Hey folks, it's your testy Tesla FSD tester back once again. We've got version 10.69.3.1. Everyone's getting it now, and it's so exciting. And man, oh man, because the last software version that we had with the last version of the beta was so antiquated and outdated, and I can't wait to use this new one. So one of the things I want to do right off the bat is move this. Oh, it moved it already. It used to be down here. Okay, beautiful. That's exactly where I want it. Okay, now I'm going to go into full self-driving. I've set the destination for the local pharmacy. We're coming up on a really crucial test, for me at least. Exiting my neighborhood, it always gets hung up by this gate up here. So far, it's feeling really smooth. So far, so good. But if it makes it out of the gate, I will be absolutely floored. Yeah, see, it's kind of jerking around. It's just confused. It doesn't know what to do. And so it just stops. Okay, that's unfortunate. So I'm going to help it along a little bit with the accelerator. And yeah, the steering just doesn't know what to do. Whoop, now wants to just burst forward. And there's, of course, no way that I can report it because the little camera icon doesn't appear to be here. So that's a that's my first intervention and my first disappointment with this new version of the software. So we're coming up on a right turn here, a couple of cars coming to my left. Hopefully we're going to see it and stop in time. And yes, we are, and as soon as the next one passes, off we go. Okay, this is a big setback here. This is no longer a lane. This is lane lined off, and the last version of the software actually understood that. So those are two failures right off the bat. Now, this is another crucial test. Nope, it's not wanting to take the correct lane. So that's failure number 3. So we'll re-engage it. So yeah, that was 3, at least for me personally, 3 major failures right off the bat. 1, it couldn't get out of my gated neighborhood. 2, it picked the wrong lane to merge into on the parkway. And 3, it chose the wrong, or tried to change lanes when it shouldn't have, and would have put me in the wrong lane. It was trying to put me into a left turn only lane, thinking that it could go straight. And ironically enough, the last time I tried that with the previous version of the beta software, it handled it perfectly. It stayed in the correct lane, right on through the light. Now we'll see how it handles this upcoming left turn. I would have gotten in behind this pickup truck here, and that's what beta's doing now. It's slowing down. It's not intentionally. Yeah, this is a fail. It should have been taking a left here, and it finally moves over with my help. So that was actually the 4th intervention? Wow. Okay, I've heard so many great things about this iteration of the software, 10.69.3.1, that I was expecting a smooth journey, and I was all excited about not having to intervene, maybe even once, but I've had to intervene 4 times, just a mile from my house, which is not encouraging at all. Yikes. Okay, well, I'm going to put this out there and unvarnished just to tell the truth, show you exactly how it is. Now, this turn is very smooth, and it's also turning from the right turn lane. There are 2 left turn lanes, and it was using the outer left turn lane, which I agreed with, because this is a lane we'd want to be in eventually for our next turn. I will say this. It does feel very smooth when it's doing things correctly. And so far, this has been my first trouble-free leg of the journey here. It's taken a very short ride to the local supermarket. Pick up some last-minute Thanksgiving things. And let's see what it does here. Okay, good. It was going to make a right turn there, and it opted not to. And it signaled that it was going to make a right turn here, and then it put on the left signal to say, no, we're not going to turn there. It was a little confused. And again, I would have hit the little reporting icon here if I could have, but I don't see it. Well, I'm not going to lie. So far, I'm underwhelmed, bordering on severely disappointed with 10.69.3.1. You have 4 interventions so far and at least 1 navigational error by signaling it was going to turn right here when it intended to go straight. Coming up on the turn into the parking lot drive, the acceleration's a little aggressive, a little more aggressive, but that's okay. It's more how I would probably have driven anyway. And let's see how it handles the cross traffic up here and the speed bumps. All right. I don't know why it's still slowing here. It shouldn't be, so I'm having to give it a little bit of acceleration because there's a car behind me and I don't want to be discourteous. Slowed down nicely for the speed bump. Here comes a lady with a shopping cart. Another person crossing. Does see them. Stops. Cautiously moves forward. And we're basically here, so this is essentially the end of the video. I'm going to go ahead and kill the FSD here. It's slowing down very nicely for this next speed bump, by the way. That was good. Now it's signaling a, well, now it doesn't know what it wants to do. Basically, we're here, which is what it was trying to tell me, I think. So we're here, dummy. What do you want to do? And, all right, so that was my first experience with 10.69.3.1, and it was not a good one. We'll see what happens on the way back. Hopefully it'll be a little smoother, but I'm not holding out a lot of hope. Okay, after my last colossal fail there with 10.69.3.1, we're going to give it another opportunity to show us how good or bad it is. As soon as I get out of this parking lot, I'm going to head over to McDonald's to pick up my wife an Egg McMuffin, which is very close by, but it's going to involve some tricky maneuvering to get there. It's going to have to cross 4 lanes of traffic to make a left turn, and that left turn is like within just 100 yards or so of where I'll be entering the parkway, and all previous versions have failed miserably to make it across the parkway in time to make a left turn. So Beta FSD 10.69.3.1 is now engaged, and it's going to have to do some fancy footwork, and based on my drive here, I am not at all confident that it's going to be able to complete the maneuver successfully, but we shall see. Here's the creep line. We're way back from the creep line, so evidently he doesn't feel the need to get up there, because we do have a pretty good line of sight here. Now would be a good time to go. And we are going. Now would be a great time to get in the left lane, and we are getting in the left lane. Now would be the time to continue in the left lane, and it's not going to do it. So I'm having to take over and disengage. So that was another failure. And I sure wish I could report it, but I guess it knows when I disengage that it failed. Ay, 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 ay. So for me, this testy Tesla FSD tester 10.69.3.1 has been almost a complete failure. Almost. It's nice being able to move this around. Yeah, terrific. Great. Thank you. What else can this new software do? I can check my tire pressure now. Wonderful. Can't seem to adjust the cabin overheat protection temperature. Maybe that comes in a later version than the current software branch allows. Maybe I'll be able to do that with FSD version 11. And holy smokes, I hope that version is substantially better than this one. Otherwise, I'm going to be really disappointed. Now, this is always makes me nervous going into these turning intersections. It did fine. Should be making a right turn right now, which it isn't, so I'm going to have to take over. And that's another fail. Wowee. I know somewhere out there Tom Dowd is licking his chops and rubbing his hands with glee. Although there certainly hasn't been any danger to pedestrians or anything of the sort. This version of FSD is just not cutting it in my little town of Temecula, California. Now, I'm going to do something that I always recommend other people do when they have all sorts of problems with their FSD, and that is I'm going to recalibrate my cameras. And in the hopes that maybe the next journey will be a little easier. I'm also going to just check real fast to see if another problem has been solved, which it has not. It still cannot figure out how to get into my neighborhood or to my house. Oh. Well, Elon and the development team, I love you. You know that. You don't know that, but I'm telling you. I love my Tesla, and I love so many things about it, and I appreciate all the hard work that's gone into it. But yeah, let me recalibrate the camera and see if that does the trick. Oh yeah, I think I have to be in park. So camera calibration, boom. Clear calibration. Okay, calibration cleared. And that will draw this video to a close, folks. I'm sure you have no interest in watching me order an Egg McMuffin for my wife. So, until the next time, man, I sure hope the next one is smoother than this, because this was an abject fail on so many levels for me. Oof. Painful. I was so excited about 10.69.3.1 and just showered with one disappointment after another. Anyway, maybe the camera recalibration will help, and we'll go on another drive real soon, and we'll figure out if that's the case or not. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe.